Let's begin. And let's find ourselves in a comfortable seated position. So let's take in our environment. Start to notice the room, start to notice temperature of the air, start to notice sounds. Have some music playing, the lighting. And you can hear maybe all that noise that's going on around. Start to bring everything in towards the center. Start to notice the body. So let's do a brief scan from your toes all the way to the tip of your head. Noticing what might feel resistant, what might feel a little bit tight. Start to notice the weather at the top of your head. How is your mind feeling? Are your thoughts racing? Are they pretty calm? Are you worried about what's going on outside? And that's why we bring our mind into our body. Start to notice your breath coming in through your nose, out through your nose. Notice the sound that it makes, that ocean sound. And here we are at the end of a week, the end of a day. And we're sitting here with this body that we have right now. This breath that we have right now. Let's take the arms out to the side, palms facing up towards the ceiling. We're going to breathe in the arms up overhead in one in-breath. So breathe in, arms up overhead. Touch your fingertips, reverse your hands, exhale the hands all the way down to the mat. Fingertips touch the mat. Reverse the hands. Breathe in, the arms up overhead. Reverse the hands, exhale the arms all the way down. So when we breathe in and out, we're connecting it to a movement, connecting it to a pose. And if I say something like find your breath, just start to notice how you're breathing as you move. Let's do one more, arms up. Breathe in, arms up overhead. Touch your fingertips, reverse the hands, and exhale the hands all the way to the mat. Place your hands on your right thigh. Give yourself a twist to the right. Exhale to the center. Inhale over to the left. Twist to the left. And exhale back to center. Let's do some seated cat-cow. So place your hands on your knees. Breathe in as you lift your chest, open your chest, lifting the chin, tilting the pelvis forward. And then exhale, bring chin to chest around the back, push the knees away. Breathe in, cow. Exhale, cat. Place the fingertips on the ground in front of you and start to walk forward, bending at the waist. Maybe on each out breath you go a little bit deeper. Taking a deep breath, and on an exhale, start to walk the hands back towards your legs and Bring the torso up straight. Drop the chin to the chest and bring the left ear over to the left shoulder. And then right ear over to right shoulder. And then left ear over to left shoulder and pause. Extend your right arm. Get a little bit more of a stretch into those neck muscles and traps. And drop chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder. Extend the left arm. And then bring the chin to the chest and bring your head up. If you're sitting on a block like I was, remove the block and let's find ourselves into a tabletop position at the top of your mat. Shoulder over wrist. My fingers are wide, gripping the mat. And my hips are over my knees. Tops of my feet are on the floor. Let's do some cat-cow in this position. So tilt the pelvis forward, lift the chin, open the chest, breathe in. Round the back, bring the chin to the chest, exhale, and tilt the pelvis back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more cow. And exhale, cat. And then come to neutral spine. Let's open up the side body, bringing the right arm out to the side and up like a clock hand. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and up to 12 o'clock. And then bring that arm down and an exhale, placing the shoulder on the mat, the right side of your head on the mat. And notice your hips, square your hips to your heels. If it's in your practice, you can extend the left arm over your head, tense your fingers on the floor. And then bring that hand back by your face, push up with your left arm, bring the right arm back out to the side, and like a clock, go all the way up. Feels different, right? Yeah. Bring that arm back down. Let's do the same on the left. Left arm out to the side and up like a clock hand. 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, maybe. And then bring that arm down, thread it through, placing the left shoulder on the mat, left side of your head on the mat. Square your hips with your heels. If it's in your practice, extend that right hand above your head, tenting the fingers, putting the fingers on the floor, of course. You know, we have these cues of above your head when your head's on the mat and your top of your head is pointing towards the wall. Wait, is that above? Yes, it is. So bring the right hand back by your nose, push up with your right arm, and bring that left arm back up. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And then bring that back down. And we're back in tabletop. So let's spread the knees wide, touch the toes together, and push back into child's pose. I'm going to reverse my hat and bring my head down towards the mat. My hands are above my head like I'm signaling a touchdown. And I'm getting some preliminary stretches to my hips, the adductors in the inside of my legs that connect to the groin and the pelvis. I'm moving side to side just a little bit, just to get some feels. Yeah. Pushing back a little bit more. Take in a deep breath and come all the way up into tabletop, but your arms are at an angle, so they're angling forward. My toes are still touching in the back. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to hug my elbows in towards my ribs and bring my chest all the way to the mat. So I kind of have like frog legs in the back. My toes are touching. My pelvis is off of the mat a little bit. Now I'm going to push back up through tabletop with my extended arms, my angled arms, and push back into child's pose. And let's do that again. So coming up into tabletop with my arms angled forward, hug the elbows in and lower the chest all the way to the mat. Noticing the hips. Since my knees are wide, my hips aren't touching the mat necessarily, unless you have really flexible hips, unlike me. And then push back up and back into child's pose. So you get the movement. Let's do 3 or 4 of these. So forward, hug the elbows in, lower down, push up and back to child's pose. That's 1. Push up, lower down. That's 2. Push up, lower down. That's 3. Push up, lower down. That's 4. Push up, lower down. And then let's come into tabletop. So I'm starting to slowly work my hips, getting my hips lubricated and ready to go for some stuff that I'm going to do in a bit. Let's raise the right leg, keep the knee bent, bring the knee out to the side and back down. Raise the leg, keep the knee bent, out to the side and back down. Let's do one more of those. Raise the right leg, keep the knee bent, out to the side and back down. And let's do the same on the left. Raise the left knee, keep the knee bent, out to the side and back down. Notice your front arms. They should be straight all the way through this. Lift the knee, keep the knee bent, out to the side and back down. Lift the left leg, keep the knee bent, out to the side and back down. All right. Curl the toes under, lift the knees, push back into a down dog. Not worried about the shape of your down dog right now. Just pedal the feet back and forth. Now bring the legs wide. So I'm bringing the blade of my feet to the outside of the mat. And I'm going to walk my hands back to my feet and come into a deep squat at the end of my mat. Elbows on the inside of the knees, hands to prayer, or you can put them in a fist. And I'm pushing my knees wide, feeling that stretch. And the adductors, can't talk. And just being in the squat is enough. Let's add to it. Raise the right heel and lean into the right foot, keeping the knee over the toes. And then come back down. Raise the left heel and lean into the left side, keeping the knee over the toes. Notice how my knee is in line with my toes here. And let's come back to center. Let's do that again on the right. Lift the right heel, lean into the right side. And notice what's stretching when we do this. And come back down. Let's do one more on the left side. Raise the left heel. Lean over into the left side. And then come back to center. Extend the left fingers to the floor. I'm straightening my left arm. And then reach up and open up on the right side with your right hand. Looking up towards the ceiling and the wall. And then come back down. Come back to prayer. Straighten the right hand, placing the fingertips on the floor. And open up the chest to the left, extending that left arm behind you. And then come back to center. Let's work on the hips a little bit. Bring the right knee to the mat. And then raise the right knee and bring the left knee to the mat. So I'm pivoting on my foot, on the arch of my foot when I do this. Come back center, bring the right knee down, and I'm trying to keep my shoulders in line with the front of the mat to the extent that I can. So I'm kind of shifting off. So left knee back up, right knee down, right knee up, left knee down, left knee up, right knee down, right knee up, and last time, left knee down. And then come back up. Let's place the hands on the mat, come to tabletop. And you feel that, right? You feel that. Yeah. I'm shaking my legs out a little bit. Let's bring the knees wide, touch the toes, and push back into child's pose just briefly. I'm going to do one more thing in tabletop. So let's come up to tabletop. Notice your alignment, nice and quick. We're going to do mule kicks. So let's bring the right leg up, keep the knee bent, and then push the right foot out. We're lengthening and straightening the right leg, and bring it back in and push it out. Bring it back in, push it out. So my right knee is coming back in line with my left knee. Push it out. Yeah, let's do two more. Push it out. I'm keeping my foot flexed as well, and push it out. And bring that back down. Let's do the same with the left side. So bring the left knee up. Extend the leg out, straightening the left leg. And then bring that knee in next to the other knee. Don't touch the mat. Extend out. Bring it back in. Extend out. And try to squeeze your glutes when you extend out. And extend out. Squeeze the glutes. Come back in. Let's do two more. And last one. And bring that down. Nice. Curl the toes under. Lift the knees. Push back into a down dog. Oof. Pedal the feet a couple of times. Come up on the toes. Look to the top of the mat. And tiptoe to the top of the mat. And then come all the way up. Chin on your chest. Head comes up last. No fainting. Let's roll the shoulders back. One or two times. And forward. One or two times. And then come to your mountain pose at the top of the mat. So find your mountain pose, hips over your ankles. And my feet are about hip distance. Hands to prayer, spine is long, neck is long, crown of the head going towards the ceiling. And my legs are rotating inward. And let's find the breath right here. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Bring the arms out to the side, breathe them up overhead. Grab the left wrist and let's pull over to the right. So side bend to the right. And come back up. Grab the right wrist with the left hand, side bend to the left. And come back up. Goalpost the arms. Let's do a slight back bend. Just go back as far as you feel comfortable. Doesn't have to be that far. But open up the chest. Bring the elbows back. And then come forward. And hands to prayer, finding our mountain pose, Tadasana again. Let's bring the arms out to the side. Breathe them up over your head. Bend the knees. Exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, come up to a flat back. And then exhale the hands to the mat, left leg to the back of the mat. Let's bring both arms up as we come into crescent pose. Pivot on the back foot, grounding the heel and coming into warrior two. Finding your warrior two, shoulders over hips, knee is as far forward as your ankle, not too far forward, but then also not too far back, trying to find that place where you get a nice depth. Back leg is strong, arms are shoulder height, and I'm looking over my front fingers. Let's straighten the front leg, kick the hip back, reach forward, bringing the right arm down by your shin, and then taking your left hand, putting it on your left shoulder and pulling your shoulder back so that we have a line or a plane right here, so we're not dumping forward. And then bring the left arm up into triangle pose. And you can look down, you can look up. You can also grab a block for your right hand for stability. And that front leg is straight. So I see a lot of people doing this. Straighten that front leg. Taking a deep breath on an exhale, come all the way up. Rebend the front leg. Wrap your left arm around the back waist. Reverse the palm, reach forward, come back into peaceful warrior. And then come forward, placing both hands on the mat. Right leg to the back of the mat. And roll forward over your toes, hugging the elbows in, lowering all the way to the mat. And then inhale into cobra. Curl the toes, lift the knees, and exhale into down dog. Come up on the toes, look to the top of the mat, tiptoe to the top of the mat. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale the arms out to the side and up overhead, meeting in prayer. And exhale, hands to heart center. There we go. Arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathe in. Bend the knees. Exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, come up to a flat back. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Right leg to the back of the mat. Bring both arms up into crescent. Pivot on the back foot, grounding the heel. Coming into warrior two. And all of the things we just talked about, warrior two on the other side. Notice, think about, put your mind in your body. Straighten the front leg, kick the hip back, reach forward, bring the left arm down by your left shin. Take your right hand and pull that shoulder back in space, and then extend the right arm up into triangle pose. Make sure your front leg is straight, back leg is nice and strong. Taking a deep breath on an exhale, come all the way up, rebend the front leg into warrior two. Take the right arm, wrap it around the back of your waist, reverse the palm, reach forward, come back, paint the ceiling with your fingertips. And then come forward, placing hands on the mat, and then bring the right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale up halfway, exhale forward fold. Inhale the arms out to the side and up overhead, meeting in prayer. And exhale, hands to heart center. Find your breath. Place the hands on the hips and lower down into a chair. So, find your stability here. Maybe your feet were too close together to give you some support. My back is long. My butt is sticking out, so when I come down into this, I stick my hips back and come into my chair pose. That's why having hands on hips helps. If it's in your practice, you can bring your hands up overhead. Taking a deep breath and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Left leg goes to the back of the mat. Now, if you need to place your left hand on a block, place your left hand on a block. Right arm goes out to the side. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And then we're going to do that clock going backwards. So bring the arm to the back. And the clock comes all the way down to 6 by your ankle and collects the left hand coming up into crescent pose. Let's pivot on the back foot, ground the back foot, and come into warrior two. Straighten the front leg, and then point the toes to the left side of your mat. Place your hands on your hips, and let's find your breath. Let's bring the arms out to the side, goalpost the arms, and let's sink down into a squat, and then come all the way up. Squeeze the glutes together, sink down into a squat, come all the way up, squeeze the glutes together, come down into a squat, come up, squeeze the glutes together. Let's do one more. Come all the way down into a squat, keeping the back long, and push up and squeeze the glutes together. Place your hands on your hips. Start to bend forward at the waist. And I have a block right underneath my nose, placing my right hand on the block. Left arm goes out to the side and up. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 12 o'clock. Bring that arm down, place it on the block or on the floor in front of you. Right arm goes out to the side. 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And then bring that arm back down. And place your hands on your hips and slowly make your way all the way up. Point the right toes to the front of the mat, rebend the front leg, and come into your warrior two. Wrap the left arm around the back of your waist, reach forward, reverse the palm, come all the way back into peaceful warrior, and then forward, bringing the hands to the floor. Right foot goes to the back of the mat. And let's roll forward over the toes, hug the elbows in, lower all the way to the mat. Let's bend the legs at the knees and windshield wiper back and forth. Let's do some more glute exercises here. And come center, lower the feet to the mat. Now, if you'd like to, you can bring a block and place it under your chin, just to give your head some support. Curl the right toes under. Actually, curl both toes under. And squeeze your glutes together. And we're going to raise the right leg 5 times. So raise the right leg and bring it down. Squeeze the glutes, raise the right leg, and bring it down. That's 2. Raise the right leg. 3. Raise the right leg. 4. And last time, squeeze the glutes, raise the right leg, and bring it down. And shake out your tail. And squeeze the glutes, raise the left leg. Hold, and bring it down. Squeeze the glutes, raise the left leg. Hold, bring it down. Squeeze the glutes, raise the left leg, and bring it down. That was 3. 2 more. Raise the left leg, and bring it down. Last time, squeeze the glutes, raise the left leg, and bring it down. Nice. It's good for the glute medius, glute maximus. So there's 3 glute muscles, minimus, medius, maximus. And they all help us stabilize and walk and get up and all sorts of stuff. They're large muscles. All right, curl the toes under, lift the knees, push back into your down dog. Let's come up on the toes, tiptoe to the top of the mat. Place your hands on your hips, come into your chair pose, and then hands to prayer, and come all the way up to our Tadasana at the top of our mat. How you doing? Excellent. Arms out to the side, breathe them up overhead. Hands meet in prayer. Bend the knees, exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, the hands to the mat, right leg to the back of the mat if you need to put your right hand on a block. I do. And then bring the left arm out to the side, coming up like a clock. Now we're going to bring that left arm to the back, pointing to the back wall, just like a clock hand, coming tick, 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 tick down by your heel, collecting your right hand, coming up into crescent pose momentarily. Pivot on the back foot, come into warrior two, straighten the leg, and then point the toes to the right side of the mat. I'm going to turn around and face the camera, but I'm pointing the right side of my mat with my toes. And put your hands on your hips and start to lean forward at your hips, keeping your back long. And then take your hands and run them down your shins all the way to your ankles. Grab your ankles. If you need to adjust your feet at all, so our back is long. Take the left hand and place it on top of the right hand, giving yourself a stretch to the right, noticing what's being affected here. Right hamstring and hip. And then replace that left hand to the left ankle. Bring the right hand over and place it on top of the left hand. And of course, we're keeping our legs straight. Taking a deep breath and bring that right hand back over to your right ankle. And then run the hands up the legs as you raise your torso. Bring the hands to hips. And let's do some Skandasana. So you may need a block. So place a block over by your right foot just in case. And then start to bring the right hip down towards your right foot. Now, if you feel your right foot coming up off of the mat, or your right heel coming up off the mat, that's as far as you go. That's telling me that your hips are, that's just as far as you can go. If you can go further, then start to raise the left foot and then come back up. Let's do the same on the left side. So bringing the hips, bending the knee, hips towards the left heel, and then raising the right foot toes and come back up. Let's do one more on each side. Now, if you need your block, you can use your block as help, right? So, hands to prayer, or hands on a block, and bring the hips down towards the heel on the right side, and then back up, and then hips to heel on the left side, and come back up. And let's pivot our left toes towards the front of the mat, and come back into our warrior two. Rebend the front leg, wrap the right arm around the back waist, reach forward with the left hand, come all the way back, and then come forward, bringing the hands to the mat. Left leg comes to the back of the mat, and then bring both knees to the mat, touch the toes, and come back into child's pose. Now I'm finding my child's pose facing the original way I was going. Bringing my forehead towards the mat. And let's come up into tabletop, cross the ankles and back, and push over your ankles into a seated position, and coming into a seated forward fold. You need to pause and take a sip of water. So, seated forward fold. Spine is long. Drop your shoulders. Let's bend the knees, bring the heels in towards your butt cheeks, and then grab your feet with your hands. I'm placing my thumbs on the top of my feet, so my fingers are underneath my the top part of my feet, and my chest is coming onto my thighs. Now start to walk the heels forward, and when you feel like you've gone far enough, that's where you stop. But notice your back. Your back should be in the same position that it was when it was on your thighs. And start to maybe lean forward a little bit more, but keeping that length to the back. If you need to drop your hands to your ankles, that's okay too. And with each out breath, maybe you go a little bit deeper. Taking a deep breath. And an exhale, come all the way up, nice and slowly. Bend the left leg, bring the left foot on the outside of the right knee. Wrap your right arm around that left knee. Hug it in towards center. Flex the right foot. Left hand comes all the way back, placing the fingers on the mat and walking them in towards your tailbone to keep your torso up straight. And then gaze over your left shoulder. Right foot flexed. Pulling the knee in towards center. Torso straight. Gazing over your shoulder. Taking a deep breath. On an exhale, come all the way over to the right. Come back center, placing the left ankle on top of the right knee. Left hand on top of the left knee. Cradle the left foot with your right hand. And I'm just guiding that knee down with my left hand, not forcing anything. And start to lean forward at the waist, trying to keep that spine and your back long. Think about your shoulders coming back and down. Breathe in. On an exhale, maybe you go a little bit deeper. Maybe. It's up to you. Any teacher will make suggestions, but it's up to you to make the choice to do what you can do. You know your body. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, come all the way up. Extend the left heel to the end of the mat. Bend the right leg. Bring the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Wrap your left arm around that right knee. Hug it in towards center. Flexing the left foot, Right hand comes back. Placing the fingers on the mat and scooching them in towards your tailbone. Torso is long. And you're looking over your right shoulder. Flex the left foot. Pull the knee in towards center. And look over your right shoulder as we twist to the right. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, come center and all the way over to the left. Come back to center, placing the right ankle on top of the left knee. Cradle the right foot with your left hand, placing the right hand on top of your right knee, guiding it towards the floor. And start to lean at the waist, bending forward at the waist. Bring the shoulders down and back. Find your breath. Try to get those left toes pointing towards the ceiling. I noticed mine were pointing off to the left. Taking a deep breath. And exhale, come all the way up. Extend the right heel to the end of the mat. And then make your way all the way down, one vertebra at a time. Shoulders. And then the back of your head touches the mat last. Let's bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Wrap your hands around your knees and hug your knees in towards your chest, maybe in towards your armpit. Roll side to side, massage the lower back. And come center, bring the soles of the feet back to the floor. And then extend the heels to the end of the mat and then to the corners of the mat. And we're going to come into our Shavasana. So bring the hands alongside the body, palms facing up. And while you're in Shavasana, you're starting to notice your body, bringing your mind down to your toes. Scanning up your legs to your hips, to your torso, feeling the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in, out to your arms and hands, up your neck to your face muscles. Just let them melt. Jaw is loose. Let's take in a deep breath and sigh it out. And if you scan your body again, you find any kind of resistance or tension, just taking a deep breath and sigh it out. Let's breathe in the arms overhead, hook the thumbs together, give yourself a big body stretch. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Roll over to the right side, placing your head on your bicep. And just pause in this fetal position for a moment. And then find your way into a comfortable seated position at the top of your mat. I'm sitting on a block to elevate my hips. You can sit on a block or sit on the mat. You can sit in thunderbolt. You can sit cross-legged like this, whatever's comfortable. Let's bring hands to prayer. Bring your thumb to your sternum, to heart center. Bow your head. Find gratitude. I'm listening. I don't hear any rain. I don't hear sirens. I don't hear thunder. I'm grateful for the peace outside. I'm grateful for the rain and how it cooled things down, hopefully. Grateful for this body, grateful for this space. Taking a deep breath. And exhale. Thank you so much for joining me for this yoga practice here on a Friday evening, start of the Friday evening, and also start of a July 4th weekend. Happy birthday to our country. And that's another thing to be grateful for, being grateful for the freedoms that we do have in this country. I will see you next week for Meditation Mondays, but not for yoga. I will be out of town. Take care.